I'm Charles Decker, and I just feel like I'm old enough to vote.
And I'm Liam Osborne, and Charles, that's not how that works.
I'm Amanda Ali, and if Charles is hosting, who's doing the weather?
I'm Makayla Daube with Your Week in Mepham Sports. And yeah, who is doing the weather this week?
I'm Maya Snowden. I've done every segment on the morning announcements, except weather. Oh, wait, I have your weekend weather.
These are the BMB morning announcements for Friday, May 17th.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is Friday, May 17th, day 6. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 3 weeks, Liam.
3 weeks left of the school year.
Just enough time to clean up your room. And also, 18 days until meatball. But more on that later.
Indeed.
Tomorrow, the annual Color Run event will be taking place at 10:15 in the morning at Kennedy High School. It is $6 to enter.
The annual Color Run is a 1.5-mile walk to raise money to benefit the Sunrise Day Camp on Long Island. The Sunrise Camp is a program that provides free camp to children suffering from cancer. The Color Run is a great and fun way to raise money and make a difference in our community.
On the topic of money being raised, the annual school budget vote is arriving in a matter of days. Here's Amanda Ali with more info.
What is that?
This Tuesday, school boards and administrators will be on pins and needles as voters across Long Island head to the polls to vote on their school budget proposals. The budget vote is an annual event where school community members either approve or reject the proposed upcoming budget for the upcoming year. This year, the district is requesting an increased tax levy of 2.55%, which is under the state-mandated cap because it is less than the rate of inflation. The school budget pays for things ranging from academics and athletics, school programs, and teacher salaries, just to name a few. You can learn more about what's in this year's budget by reading the Community Connection on the district website. Be sure to educate yourself on the issues and be sure to vote this Tuesday.
Thanks, Amanda. You know, for years I've heard of the budget vote, but I never knew what we were voting for.
Liam, in addition to voting for or against the budget this year, voters will also be voting on members of the board of the education as well.
That's actually perfect, Amanda, because that leads me into my next story. Charles, do you know what a budget vote has a lot of?
Well, I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. Budget? Voting, perhaps? Elucidate me, Liam.
Charles, numbers. It has lots of numbers. On the topic of numbers, recently was that BMCHSD was once again recognized by the U.S. News and World Report ranking of public schools in America. To dive deep into those numbers, here's BMB's Pena.
Last month, the BMCHSD was once again recognized by the U.S. News and World Report ranking of public schools in America, ranking them in the top 7.5% in the nation and in the top 12.5% in the state. This is actually the third time of the 2023-2024 school year that our district gained national attention. First in October by Niche.com, being ranked 28th out of nearly 11,000 school districts across the nation, according to their evaluation based on U.S. Department of Educational Statistics. Later in December, the College Board named Bellmore-Merrick as District of the Year for being a national leader among medium-sized districts with AP programs. And now, the BMCHSD has been nationally recognized once again for its outstanding accomplishments. Reporting for BMB, I'm Pena.
Thanks, Tina. There's no surprise here that we were once again recognized nationally.
You know, Liam, it's not just Bellmore-Merrick's academic prowess that has earned us accolades. It's also the arts. Like this week's spring concert that you might just know a thing or two about.
That's right, Charles. This past Wednesday was the combined orchestra and band concert featuring the freshman and chamber orchestras, the concert band, symphonic band, jazz band, the wind ensemble, and the advanced orchestra.
You know, Liam, I think your trombone chops came in handy reading that list. Liam, that was a lot of names.
Thanks, Charles. It was a lot. But it was also an amazing night. We look forward to next week's choir concert, and of course, if you missed even a minute of either show, they can both be seen on the BMB YouTube.
This past week, several Mepham students were recognized for their impact on the greater community. For more on how Mepham students are being recognized across the island, let's check in with our sister show, Midweek Update.
Thanks, Liam and Charles. Welcome to the Midweek Update set, where every week we bring you stories from around the BMCHSD that you don't always get to see. 8 students from across our 3 high schools in the CHSD, 3 of those students of which go to Mepham, were designated as recipients of the Students Building Bridges Awards by the Jewish Community Relations Council of Long Island for working to build a more civil society. Students Alana Heckman, Jordan Classy, and Danya Zaidi were specifically honored for their pursuit of building bridges here at Mepham High School. They received these awards on May 7th at Adelphi University as part of the Holocaust Remembrance Day commemoration. Each of the students received citations from elected officials. Congratulations to all the hardworking students. Now back to you guys at the morning announcements.
Thanks, guys. Another phenomenal achievement from our fellow peers. Now, let's take a look at some headlines from around the world. With the presidential election just 6 months away, CNN broke some news of its own in announcing that next month, President Biden and former President Trump will appear together in the first of 2 CNN debates. Ordinarily, debates are held in the fall much closer to Election Day, but in what promises to be an unprecedented year in presidential politics, we will be getting a spring debate to hopefully bring some of the issues and choices into clearer focus as millions of Americans prepare to vote in November.
The reality here is that there are 2 candidates with a pathway to 270 electoral votes. That's President Joe Biden and that's Donald Trump. And the American people deserve to hear from them because that is the reality that we're facing. That is the choice in this election. So we should have a debate between the 2 candidates on the issues.
In Ukraine, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken made a previously unscheduled visit, showing support for the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. While in Ukraine, Blinken visited a factory that manufactures prosthetic limbs, found time to sit in with a popular Ukrainian band, and he offered America's continued support for the embattled European nation.
We have, of course, the supplemental, and the assistance from the supplemental is on its way. In fact, some of it's already been delivered. But today I want to add to that by announcing that we will provide an additional $2 billion in foreign military financing for Ukraine.
Finally, at a Seattle Mariners game, we may have found the luckiest man in America. Sitting down the left field line at T-Mobile Ballpark on consecutive pitches, this fan in the stands caught not 1, but 2 foul balls. I don't know about you, but I've been to dozens of baseball games, and I have never come close to catching a foul ball. And this guy gets 2 on back-to-back pitches. Amazing.
I wonder if you get to keep the foul balls at Mepham games.
There's only one way to find out. Here's BMB's Makayla Daube with your sports report.
Thanks, guys. As the school year is coming to a close, many of our sports teams are concluding their seasons, but they aren't all over just yet. Right now is the pinnacle of playoff season for many of our Pirates teams. Starting off with boys lacrosse. They had their first playoff match earlier this week against New Hyde Park, where they defeated the Gladiators 15-9, and later today take on a very strong Garden City team. So be sure to go out and support your Pirates. The girls lacrosse team had their quarterfinal matchup Wednesday, where they also defeated New Hyde Park. The Pirates were led by junior Grace Skolovic, who had 5 goals and 3 assists. The girls have their semifinal game next Wednesday at Adelphi University against Long Beach. The softball team began their playoff journey where they hosted Cary last night, and lastly, the girls badminton team had 2 playoff victories earlier this week and will be playing Great Neck South today in the semifinal matchup. It's been an incredible year of Mepham sports, so congrats to all of our Mepham athletes. Best of luck to all the seniors who are heading off to play collegiate sports, and for my last time this year, back to Liam and Charles in the studio.
Thanks, Makayla. And did you see that foul ball clip? Do you know, can someone keep a ball from a high school game?
I did see it, Liam. I think the Mets might want to sign that guy, but sadly, I'm pretty sure at a high school game, if you catch a foul ball, you'll have to give it back.
But, like, if it lands in a creek or like an isthmus or like a, like a fjord, maybe a geyser or like a gulf, maybe like an inlet or a canyon or like a shoal or like a salt marsh, or like if it ends up in a volcanic arc, then you would think it's fair game to just keep it.
I don't know
you
what
would think
you're
you could
doing
keep it.
right. Let's ignore whatever Charles is doing right now and see who has our weekend weather.
Thanks, Liam. Whoa, I never thought I would be here. I guess Cumulonimbus has already gone on vacation for the summer and took the set with him because he's not here and neither's the set. So you got me and a green screen. Maybe it's the bad weather we've had this week. Anyways, let's get on with it. Today is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 71 and a low of 54. Tomorrow is going to have a little bit of a drop in the temperature with no sun to be seen with a high of 62 and a low of 53. Hopefully, Sunday will have some sun peek through the clouds with a high of 66 and a low of 52. Well, the weather isn't exactly meeting my expectations, but it will have to do. When Cumulonimbus gets back, I highly suggest voicing your complaints to him because I'm not an actual weather person.
Thanks, Maya. That was a very informative weather report.
I try my best, guys.
And you did sublime, Maya. But you'll never be as good as me at meteorology.
Okay, Charles. Well, these have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, May 17th. Have a great day, Mepham.
Did you hear, Liam? 18 days, and Operation Save the Horseshoe Goblin will be a smash success. Here we come.
Meatball.
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 Meatball, clean up your room. Here we come.